की ताबीर चुराना क्या, देख ये पैसों की खातिर आखिर जुर्म कमाना क्या, जुर्म कमाते हो, लफ्ज चुराते हो, इन लफ्जों का कर्ज है तुम पर, इनकी ये इज्जत फर्ज है तुम पर, इन लफ्जों का कर्ज है तुम पर, इनकी ये इज्जत फर्ज है तुम पर। देखो प्यारी सी ये किताबें हम सबका अरमान, इन पे बैठ के उड़ते जाए, घूमे सारा जहां, इल्म हमारा नूर है, हमसे रोशन पाकिस्तान, शमा बुझाते हो, लफ्ज चुराते हो, इन लफ्जों का कर्ज है तुम पर, इनकी इज्जत फर्ज है तुम पर, इन लफ्जों का कर्ज है तुम पर, इनकी इज्जत फर्ज है तुम पर, इन लफ्जों का कर्ज है तुम पर, इनकी इज्जत फर्ज है तुम पर, इन लफ्जों का कर्ज है तुम पर, इनकी इज्जत फर्ज है तुम पर।
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. On behalf of Oxford University Press, I welcome you to the 6th day of the live webinar week. The title for today's session is Broadening the Themes of Social Studies, which will be led by Farhat Mansoob and Anosia Nazir. Before I introduce the presenters, I have a few announcements to make. You are welcome to write your comments and your questions in the chat box, which will be addressed at the end of the session in the last 15 minutes. And also, please do consider filling up the survey form. Your feedback is valuable for us, and that you can do at the end of the session. Link has always been pasted in the chat box. Let me introduce both the presenters. Can we have the next slide, please? Farhat Mansoob holds a master's degree in education, curriculum planning, with special reference to production of textbooks and reading material for primary and secondary levels. Extensive experience as a teacher and principal of renowned schools in Pakistan and has also conducted teacher training workshops. Farhat has served as senior consultant for primary education in Sindh for UNICEF. She has studied environmental education at the Strathclyde also holds a Master's in International Education Development from Columbia University, USA, with a focus on peace and human rights education. Farhat is the author of the social studies book Know Your World, published by Oxford University Press, Pakistan. Anosia Nazir is a skilled teacher trainer who possesses knowledge of modern day techniques and teaching pedagogy. She has been associated with the field of education for a decade. She has a master's in international relationship along with a bachelor's in education from Notre Dame Institute of Education. She was associated with the city school system as a teacher, as well as a subject coordinator for history, geography, and English. Her write up on land and people is published in the Grade 7 Social Studies Synth textbook board. She strives to bring innovation in her teaching practices. Presently, she's working with Oxford University Press as an academic coordinator. She's working with Oxford University Press as an academic coordinator. Over to you, Anosia.
Thank you. Us, and we are very pleased for that. All right, so to begin with, let me introduce you the objectives for the day. What we are going to do is talk about significance of social studies as a separate discipline. With that, we are also going to focus on the themes in teaching of social studies, particularly referring to single national curriculum. And with that, we will also be focusing on core competencies and skill development, which has now been updated and improved in single national curriculum, and how these are found in our books, Know Your World.
Respected participants, Assalamu alaikum. Significance of the same thing, Dr. Maria Montessori has emphasized that avoiding war is the work of politicians and establishing peace is the work of educators. So now we all are educators. So the responsibility comes on us to see what is happening and what is wrong with the subject of social studies here. Let us talk about this slide, the significance of social studies, what all five, you know, representing. So peace is the easiest way to come through social studies to us. So, but how can we inculcate peace? Just saying peace, everybody's happy is not enough. But there are some, points which have to be included to bring peace in the world. So, like vehicle to attend social ills through teaching tolerance. So it is very important to teach tolerance to the students in social studies to bring peace, because there are fights everywhere and we have to understand that everyone has equal rights. So nobody has a right to pressurize the other person and respect the opinions of the others to bring peace. And tolerance, you have to learn and you are taught the respect the opinions of others. So same thing equips students with information. Like we include different chapters in the books or in curriculum, some chapters, which emphasize to peace through information in the books. So like we teach many lessons which inform them, like citizenship, like democracy, and these are certain lessons which really give information and equip children. about peace. So builds a sense of responsibility. The sense of responsibility has very big at early age because it is learned from the early age and it goes all the way along. So not that a child will grow up and then you will teach peace. The cultures of different countries, our own country and other countries also. When children study and compare the two countries, they compare the conflicts and discussions in the culture of that country. So that really works over there. Then helps appreciate the role of others, like whoever is helping us in the world or in our school or anywhere, we should be thankful to him and we should appreciate him. Like even if the cleaner is there in our school, in our home, we should respect him.
So very rightly said, significance of social studies is very much huge, and we cannot summarize it in one or 2 points, but it was just thought to highlight these 5 areas. And what we have next is themes in teaching of social studies according to national single curriculum. So we had our national curriculum earlier, which was mainly focusing on the two ideas of history and geography. On the two ideas of history and geography. They were provided to students in thorough detail with a little texture of citizenship and economics. But now the idea is to actually have it on a broader platform as far as our it on a broader platform as far as our topic for the day is concerned, that it is broadening the theme. So the idea is now to give them more knowledge of citizenship, inculcate the idea of conflict management, as Farhat has already mentioned, talking about peace, having the idea of human rights, then also having the theme of culture is there, because culture will help them to accept diversity, culture will help them accept differences. Then state and government is also there, along with history and geography. A better understanding of economics is given to them this time, and human rights, of course, is not a separate theme but has been highly emphasized in the book. And about all these themes, one after the other, we are now going to explore. So, starting with the first one, citizenship.
Yeah, I have included this chapter of citizenship because it was recommended in the curriculum also. So by teaching citizenship, we mean to teach democracy to the students because we live in a democratic country, and our behavior and our thoughts should be democracy based. And in the book, there's a chapter of the book. So we talk about the qualities of a good citizen. So one should learn the qualities of a good citizen to be a citizen of the country and citizen of the world. Here you will notice one thing, that right on the top, the heading is there, the rights and responsibilities of citizens, and then there is a box, and in that box we have highlighted the outcomes of the lesson. So each lesson has the outcomes in this frame, and teachers can always verify whether she is able to reach to these aims or not. And then the being good citizen, the qualities of good citizen, they should learn and show they are in their behavior and in their life. And so this citizenship teaching enables learners to recognize the rights and responsibilities, their own rights and their own responsibilities, and others' responsibilities also. So characterized by mutual respect. This is okay. So now we talk about culture. The second lesson is culture. So we should tell what is culture. That people should know, students should know what is students should know what is culture. Definition of culture. And then we have told that the how to live together in what way, bring awareness, the acceptance of diversity. I like how this is the other one, culture. Yes. Yeah. So like brings awareness of acceptance of diversity in the culture. We have to accept that, and the way we live together, that is very important. How should we live? How should we tolerate other people's things? We should learn things. We should learn that, and they should also learn to tolerate our mistakes and our shortcomings. And next, yeah. Now the next chapter I'm talking about is state and government. You will see that in each lesson in this book, there are pictures here. We have designed this lesson in thing that you can see the picture and children can learn easily. The culture, we teach them about multicultural society. What is that? And how does a society become multicultural? And what are the qualities of a multicultural society? How to live in a multicultural society? So this is we always teach them.
And with that, of course, when we are teaching them multicultural society, of course, justice is one of the integral parts. Therefore, statement and government comes in. And when we talk about state and government, of course, the knowledge of formation of how the government is made, what is democracy, how state and government work together, and what are the responsibilities of citizens. Of course, it is there in citizenship. So everything is, linked with one and the other. Going forward, we have history, which of course has already been there. And there were different chapters. So, of course, being based on the same lines, we have ancient civilizations again introduced to the students, and then it first provides insight about ancient civilizations, how those society works, what was their culture like, what inventions they made, their location, of course, and of course, it will also provide them research skills and critical thinking by comparison. Now, when we say that research skills, society, they of course are going to be interested and curious. So there are different assessments designed to actually help them investigate about certain aspects. Going forward, we have another theme, which is geography. Themes, and these five themes are location, place, movement, human environment, interaction, and region. All five themes cater to different ideas, and all of them have been incorporated in the books. Now, if you look at the page which has been shown to you, the graphic been provided. The idea is that if it's a very complicated concept which students cannot learn just by reading, a picture or a visual is given to support so that it is easier to understand.
Here I would also highlight that you can see this do you know in a box. You know in a box. So whatever we wanted to highlight, and couldn't give in the lesson, so we have highlighted it in the box, and they can read the prime meridian 0 degree is marked at Greenwich in the UK, as longitude was first determined here at the Royal Observatory in 1851.
So this is additional information which has been incorporated just to make sure that there is nothing missed and students actually gain as much as possible. With that, we have chapters like human environment interaction, which are based on, natural disasters. And of course, with each natural disaster, we have tried to incorporate safety measures also, so that students do understand that if we as humans have an impact on the environment, likewise, the environment has an impact on us. With this also, they have this regional understanding where they can actually compare the regions based on the landforms, based on the minerals and their natural aspects. Let's go forward.
Yes, so now we have included the unit of economics in the book because as it is given in the curriculum, and it enhances the real life experiments through focusing on making economic choices. Children make economic choice because they are told, they are taught, and they are made understand that how to make the choice, economic choice. They want to buy. So you have to think economically also. Is they are, and the thing they want to buy. So this is the economic. See, otherwise, other than this, we have choice and decision making, and then other this, we have the use of like how the public or the people or children are continuing resources made of their for their needs and their wants, and they can study that.
Idea of economics is based on individual as well as on the society. When we talk about individual, idea of savings, taxes, how actually the child or a person or an individual citizen can actually work with those goods, how actually those services can be, on the low level scale, and how it can be also scale, and how it can be also focused on the larger level of scales. All of these things have been, mentioned according to age appropriate content, because the idea is that students of grade 4 and 5, has to be given information in their language, so it's much simpler, it's easier to understand, it's readable, and of course, even if it's a complicated topic, the effort has been put to make sure that it's easier for them to understand. With that, when we talk about society, of course, it's a larger level of economics, impact of economics, how goods and services are there, how trade is actually to affect a country or a region. These kind of informations have already been there for students so that it is easier for them to actually deal with it. Further, when we look at the point which has been mentioned here is enhances real life experiences. So when we talk about the book's title, Know Your World, we actually try to focus on real life. Whatever a child is social studies. When we talk about the literal meaning of social studies, it means the world around us, whatever is happening around us. So when we look at it as a real life experience, it is better for them to actually deal with it. If we do not add real life experiences, then the meaning is not there for them to understand. And if we do not give them these examples,